And welcome to the 5-Star Dynasty Podcast Live, episode 226. AJ Brown stocks go down, down, down.
Oh boy.
I am your host, Tomcat. That title was so much better when I wrote it, and then when I said it, I was like, yeah. This is your co-host, Piff. How you doing, buddy? I'm just gonna call myself out when it happens. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking
I did
hilarious.
it super fast.
Oh, I already did it. 2 minutes in. Down, down, down. AJ Brown stock going down. He's putting all kinds of stuff out there, talking on podcasts. Drop me if you have me in fantasy. I mean, Devontae Smith's going off and him doing nothing. It's just
And Goddard too.
Yeah, Goddard's been killing it. It's like, oh, you know what, AJ? We're just not going to throw you the ball, even though you're wide open. We're just not going to throw it to you.
It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's not
I
that
think
the other two are bad because they're both good too. But it's just like, man, like you're not going to throw it to your best guy at all.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense to me at all. I have a lot of AJ Brown, and it's really rough this year. Like I had him on the bench a few leagues. I'm like, I can't play you.
I have him in Dynasty, but I don't have him in any redraft because this year I just was not confident in him. Honestly, a lot of my friends heavily invested in him, and I would always feel bad when they did it. I would be like, I want to tell you. Like, I almost want to text before they make the pick. I almost wanted to text them and be like, hey, man, you shouldn't take AJ Brown. I don't have any Saquon.
I really wish they moved him at the deadline.
The people that I invested in heavy this year in the first and second round are Puka, CMC, Jonathan Taylor. Puka is an obvious. CMC was a risk. Obviously, we know he was good. It's just if you want to risk the injury or not. We didn't know he was going to do blood sacrifices and take everybody's life force, and everybody on the team was going to go down, and he was just going to sap their powers like a character in one of in the novels that I write. But and then Jonathan Taylor, you've been my podcast partner. For years I've loved Jonathan Taylor, but you know that this offseason I was very outspoken about how much I loved him.
Yeah, and he was getting like late second round.
And I was thinking him like end of the first.
Wow. Yeah.
Didn't I always look like a crazy person? Because I was like grabbing him at like 108, 110, 19.
Yeah, everybody was freaking out because of the Daniel Jones or A-Rich. They didn't know who was going to be the QB. So they were all freaking out like, oh no, they might suck. I don't want to have Taylor. So we fell.
Yeah. I would say
he's got like what, four 3-touchdown games.
Yes. He's a little bit ahead on yards, and he's a lot ahead on touchdowns of Saquon's pace for what Saquon was at this point. So there's a really good chance he's going to break the record. And he gave his line Louis Vuitton bags.
There you go.
One of them goes,
that's a nice gift.
You know what, JT? I didn't really fancy I'm paraphrasing, but he's like, I don't really fancy myself as a Louis Vuitton guy, but I'm going to be rocking this in the airport for sure. Yep. I'm pretty excited about a couple guys this week, and I'm not so excited about others. Now, can we talk about Bijan? How he is one of the very best, but Tyler Algier is good enough to take away.
Especially near the red zone, I guess, right?
He does what he does, and I think the coach staff notices that because we can't forget that the Falcons have a running back who broke the franchise record, who ran for 1,000 yards as a rookie, and his name's not Bijan Robinson. His name is Tyler Algier. Tyler Algier did it in the very next year. Bijan didn't. Almost like Arthur Smith wanted to hold Bijan back just a little bit so he wouldn't get it.
Yeah, but I don't know. That might have helped Bijan in the long run, keep him fresher.
I guess, but you're only a rookie.
I mean, it sucks for us, but in NFL's,
well,
it's good. A good
Bijan openly wants to be one of the best, if not the best. So like it sucks for him that his stats, he doesn't get to say he was 1,000-yard rookie. I know little things like that. Some people don't care about those things, but
They care
people do.
because it's about money. It's about money for them. It's all based their stat. That they get paid more the more stats they put up.
Here's a good example. At my company, I have some of the records for the most done, the most amount of square footage done, a bunch of stuff like that. And the one time somebody did break it, I broke it a couple days later, right back. Because to me, when I go in there and they're looking at my performance and they're getting ready to give me a raise or not give me a raise, which they do, I want them to see like, oh, look at the stats he's putting up. Look, he's breaking records. And if somebody breaks it, he broke it back. Now it's unattainable. It's like 61. So it happens now. But it's just a rough example of exactly what you were saying. It's just there's a merit to that where when you're going for those, AJ Brown's a good example. He wants stats. He doesn't care. He wants to win Super Bowls. It's cool, but he already got a ring. He wants actual stats. He grew up idolizing Julio Jones. He was the one who got Julio Jones to go to the Titans. He was the one who has the number 4 Julio Jones. He cares about legacy. So that little rant is I'm just trying to say, like, some of these guys do care. They do want Mike Evans type legacy.
Yeah.
I'm saying because he's the most recent.
I mean, I get it. Yeah, I get it. But that's AJ Brown. He's normally not like a talk his way out of town guy. He's kind of quiet, really. Now
that's when you know it's bad.
He's very upset. That's a very out of character. And they didn't trade him. They should have just traded him.
He's in the twilight of his career too, dude. Like, not like he has a couple years left, but I'm saying like he knows he only has a handful of years left, and he has to. You don't know. Look at Julio Jones. He went from being a top guy to nothing in 1 year, dude. 1 year. There was no degrading of Julio Jones. It was he was there, he wasn't. The end.
And then he was gone.
And then he was gone. AJ Green had at least a couple years where he fell apart, but then he came back, and then he'd do well 1 week, but then he'd suck for 3 weeks, then he'd do well for 2 weeks. He'd be like, oh, is he back? Oh my God. Julio Jones just fell apart and went completely to you can't trust him. Which sucks because he's kind of my favorite low key because he's my first ever fantasy pick. I've said that a couple times before. But I'll just use that as an example of AJ Brown knows it turns into the pumpkin turns, what was the pumpkin? Oh, no, the carriage turns back into a pumpkin. That's what it is. Sorry, I'm not as well versed in Cinderella. But
that's funny. But yeah, I mean, right now his redraft value is tanked. His dynasty value, who knows? We'll see.
If you have him,
looking good.
If you have him, I wouldn't panic because he might get traded in the offseason. But redraft, I would not touch him next year. I didn't touch him this year.
I would say he's buy low right now.
For dynasty, yes. You know what? Anybody, I want you to go out and offer a second or a third. Try a third first, then a second for AJ Brown and to a team that sucks but has him. So if there's a team that's rebuilding and they're really desperate, shoot it, try it. They're probably not going to accept it. But dude, if they do you know how good you're going to feel? If they're really worried and they're like, man, the bottom's falling out, like he sucks and he's going to have to retire soon. And it's like not even his fault. Like that'd be awesome, dude.
I don't know what happened. I cut out for a second, I think. So I didn't hear half of that.
I was saying go out, and even though you're not going to probably get it, go out and pitch a third. And if you can't get a third, a second, or a third and a second, or you know what I mean? Like pitch something where you're like, hey, I'm okay with if I lose this, whatever. Because even though they're probably not going to accept it, dude, there's some people who are going to be like, if it's a lower ranked team, I'm saying, not a champion team. But if it's like a rebuild team and they have AJ Brown sitting there, they might panic. They might be like, I need something of value for him because what if he's worth nothing next year? What if he's Julio Jones? And it's not even his fault, in my opinion. It's the Eagles' game plan.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. He needs to be alone somewhere.
Yeah. I was
so hoping He needs to be alone somewhere or like with a mediocre cast, so you just get the targets all funneled to him.
I was gonna laugh and say, "You mean like Tennessee?" But I'm just joking. No, he would be really good in the Bills.
Yeah, because they have all mediocre guys. That would be
Yes,
perfect spot for him.
exactly. They all have mediocre guys who 1 week could get you 26 points, and the next 3 weeks are gonna give you between
Nothing
1 and 6.
or
Yeah,
none.
yeah,
Goose egg.
absolutely.
Well, that's
So,
enough about Philadelphia.
oh no, I want one more thing.
Oh Jesus!
The tush push is going to get banned, and I said this a couple episodes ago because of the lack of efficiency in officiating. Now, if you can't see a blatant false start and you're not going to call it every time, or like sometimes you call it, sometimes you don't, sometimes you call it, sometimes you don't, because you know what? It's going to get worse because more teams are starting to use it. Indy uses it with not only Daniel Jones, but they've used which one of their tight ends? I don't think it was Warren. They used one of their other tight ends, and I'm pretty sure Seattle used AJ Barner to do it. So it's like, and who was it? The Steelers used somebody, and Aaron Rodgers was like standing back there with his hands on his hips. But did they use Freiermuth? Or was it Darnell
Maybe.
Washington?
But that's what I mean. Like that's how it's going.
Everybody's going to be doing
until
it.
they ban
So if
it.
you can't, sorry, what were you going to say?
Until they ban it.
Yeah. So if you don't ban it, you can't efficiently, like, now they're going back, and I've seen highlight reels. A vast majority, a huge amount of these tush pushes that Philadelphia's been getting away with for a couple years now were false starts. So now you're at the point where we have to deal with flags every game constantly, or it just has to get banned because they can't keep getting away with this. It's just not fair to everybody.
Here's the thing too is you can't push a player to advance him.
Yep.
Only on that play you can. Why?
Only on that play. Yep. That'd be like if there was a play and it's like,
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it'd be like, hey, you can't do a forward lateral from a wide receiver to like the tight end, but like on this one play you can. Be like, what? What do you mean? Be like, yeah, dude. Normally that's like a rule, you can't do that, but like on this play, I'm gonna throw it over to Piff, and Piff's gonna then pitch it forward to Hitman. You know what I mean? It's like, what are we talking about here? Like I thought the whole point is you can't do that. So
It's so ridiculous.
So that's why I think it's gonna get banned. So that's the last thing I'll say about that. I don't think it's you can't stop it. It's not about not being able to stop it. If people can't stop it, then that's on them. I don't care about that part. Once the false start thing becomes a thing, then you see how many were false starts. I'm not cool with it anymore.
I don't like it anyway. I mean, I like it for my Jalen Hurts.
No, I never liked it, but now I'm vocal that it should be banned. There's a difference. There's a difference between joking around and being like, oh, it should be banned, and like I 100% it needs to be banned. It's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't like it anyway. But now that the Eagles are done talking about
The only
them.
time it's cool is when you have Jalen Hurts as your quarterback in fantasy football. That's the
Yeah,
only time it's cool.
Yeah, I was like, all my Jalen Hurts shares, it's awesome. But other
yeah,
than that,
no, I have a bunch of them too. I mean, it is what it is.
But really think about it. Like he's a mediocre quarterback without that.
I know. I said that to a really good Eagles friend of mine in real life, and he got a little butthurt, a little salty. I'm not gonna lie, and tried to say that I'm wrong, but I'm like, no, dude, I'm telling you, like, he's not like a Josh Allen rusher. Like, he has a couple of decent rushes, but a lot of his rushing is just tush push. It's like, oh.
In other news, same division, Jameis Winston is the starting quarterback of the New York Giants right now.
The horse prepare for battle. I'm so blessed to play in football weather.
Dude's the best.
I love Jameis so much, dude.
He's awesome.
I'm so glad that they're going with Jameis over him. I mean, it sucks that Dart's hurt, obviously, but it's awesome that they're not going back to Russ. And, other news, Dable got fired. We didn't even mention that.
Yeah. Yeah. And now it's what? Mike Kafka, right? He was an ex-quarterback.
You know who I really want to get the job?
Bill
Hint.
Belichick.
He used to work at Hooters.
Bill Belichick.
Did he really?
No.
Oh, I
I mean,
know
probably he
Julian
could. He sure
Edelman.
as hell could. He got those man titties.
I think Julian Edelman. What does he have, a podcast with Gronk?
Yeah.
And they were saying how they wouldn't be surprised if Bill tried to be the coach there because he loves the Giants. And he said
Oh,
that
he
every
does.
time they face the Giants, he shed a tear, and that
Yeah.
every single time, like win or lose, and that every single time, he would not, like every day, he'd never shut up about LT. And he said he would
Yeah.
marry him, and that he just never stopped talking about LT. Doesn't matter how many years go by, doesn't matter what happened, LT comes up sooner or later, and he just talks about him.
Oh yeah, dude. LT made him so much money.
Oh, for sure.
You should love him. Every
He
job
does.
he got after that was because of LT.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. No.
LT was out there smoking crack before the game.
I think
Bill let
they
that
should
happen.
hire
That explains the Hernandez thing makes way more sense now.
John Gruden.
Oh, that'd be a good call.
I
I don't think New York would let him do it.
He's an experienced coach who can handle the New York media, can handle the loss, can handle the win, can speak to a quarterback, already has rapport with Jackson Dart where he likes him. He's already been vocal that he likes Jackson Dart.
Yeah, but those emails are pretty bad. I don't know. Those emails might haunt him forever.
No. Nah.
I don't know. That's just people nowadays. That's how they think. So
I think most people don't even remember.
I do.
Well, you know what, dude? I can't say anything because it'll be conspiracy theory, and then we'll get shadow banned. No, dude, it's fine. It's fine. I just think that's who they should get. Or I've seen a couple other options, and I don't like any of them. It's all like defensive coordinators and offensive coordinators from other teams that are like, "Hey, we should give this guy his first coaching job shot," and it's like, I'm kind of over that. I'm kind of over the whole like.
I think you should get a defensive coach though, because you have so much defensive talent. Why aren't they good?
Yeah, no, they're not good because I heard somebody talking. I think I had McAfee playing in the background, and they had a defensive guy on there, and they were making fun of them because they were playing like Brian Burns back at linebacker instead of on the edge in one play, and like they're playing like guys in random spots where it's like, dude, those are your edge rushers. What are you doing, dude? You have some of the very best edge rushers, and you're trying to make them play linebacker sitting back. What are you doing?
Use your talent. Use your talent.
Their defensive line.
They have the best defensive line in the fucking league.
That's what I'm saying. Their defensive line should just be those four guys at all times. But the problem is Dayball or whoever the defensive coordinator, thinks he is, was not playing them all on the line. So they'd have some plays on the line and some plays not, or like, and there was like a overwhelming percentage of the plays that all four of them were on the line. Like no matter what, one of them would shift back a different spot or be off the field.
I just don't get it.
Trying to be too cute. I hate it. I hope the Patriots defense comes together a little better because they have a juicy schedule for the fantasy playoffs. I picked them up in the last 2 weeks. They've been kind of crappy.
It's the first drive is like every time the first drive is either a touchdown or a field goal for the team, the opposing team every time.
Yeah.
And then it gets better. Then they're fine. They start working better. And then, they give up points at the end. They're like good in the middle of the game, and then they suck on the ends of the game.
Yep.
Which makes sense. Like the beginning, you're like learning what they're doing, and then you adjust, and then you do well, and then at the end of the game, you're freaking tired by the end of it.
Yep. Absolutely. I'm just hoping they wrap it up all together because I have them in a couple leagues for the fantasy playoffs, and I'm really hoping they can be the gold that they were supposed to be.
Well, let's switch over to Thursday night football. Patriots Jets. Patriots Jets.
Yeah, actually, I'll tell you guys my story. I actually went to the Jets game. Shout out to my buddy Phil. I went to the Jets game. He got tickets a while before, and then randomly a couple weeks before, he was just like telling me how he had tickets and how like if I wanted to go, he had the tickets already. I don't have to buy them or anything. And I was like, oh hell, even though I'm not a Jets fan, I'll definitely go. So I went, and it was a lot of fun. Got a free Nick Mangold shirt. And I got a really, really nice picture. I wonder if I can get it up here. It'll probably be too much work right now. I got a really nice picture with the sun peeking through, shining down. We were on the side of the end zone that we had really good seats, and we were on the side of the end zone where both the punt return, kick return, I guess, and the Brees Hall screen all happened.
Nice.
Yep. It's always cool to be on the side that the touchdown happens.
Oh, absolutely.
But we were hyped, though. Kick return, boom. Then all of a sudden, punt return, boom. And I was telling you before the pod, the guys behind us were like, oh, just give it to Brees. Just give it to Brees. And I was like, oh, they need to throw a screen pass to him. And they're like, oh, yeah, right. Fields on the Jets throwing a screen pass. That'd be nice one day. And then all of a sudden, like a couple plays later, he does a screen pass, and I was like, oh, and it looked so cool. And then in reality, I just like said something out loud. I was just like, while it was true, it was like it wasn't like expert advice. I was just like, yeah, it'd be cool if they threw him a screen pass. I can't take any credit for that. It was just random. But everybody around me thought I was like the coolest. They're like, oh my god, you predicted that. And I'm like, yeah, predicting and like jinxing and stuff isn't real. Like I said a play that maybe they could do out of like X amount of plays, and by probability, that's the one they did. Worked out for me.
All right. So Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
No Booty.
Yeah.
He's out.
That sounds horrible.
No, well, it sucks, but there's no Booty.
He's really trending lately. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was really hoping he was gonna dynasty-wise, he was gonna keep a rhythm is like such an important thing. So many of these guys we watch over the years, not to go on too much of a rant, but like there's so many guys we see go on these little streaks where they're doing well, and you think like, oh, I got dynasty gold here, and then 1-2 injuries of them not being consistent because of injuries, and then all of a sudden they just disappear because the team doesn't keep game planning around them because they're like, dude, you're gonna be hurt all the time. I mean, that's what I'm worried about.
Hendo went off last week.
Yep. I actually, my league that I always talk about where I was 9-0, I finally lost this week. And my last flex, I was between Hendo and Gadsden. I used Gadsden, and he obviously got hurt and didn't do that well. And I lost by a decent chunk. But if Henderson had played, I would have won by 1.2 or something like that. So I would have won just barely. But I wasn't that close to playing him, so I'm not like mad or anything. But
side note to the Gadsden mention, he is gonna play this week.
Oh, that's good to hear. I hadn't heard anything yet.
There's no questionable tag next to his name, so that means he was at practice in full. I think
he probably just got banged up in the game, and the game was crappy, and they weren't going to win anyway.
It was a bruised quad, I think. So he's good to go.
We also got to remember, we've talked about it in the past, but they have to list stuff on. A lot of times, like everybody's like, "Oh my god, they're hurt! Oh my god, this!" But like insurance wise, like these are real people. They have insurance. They have like league rules. They have all these other like mandatory, like you have to report when you've been hurt, or like if you're nursing something, or if you're limited. And people forget limited means if you take 10 snaps at practice and you missed and you only took 9, that's limited. The second you miss 1 snap, it's technically counted as limited. I don't know if you knew that. That's 100% true.
Okay.
So
Stevenson's out also.
Hell yeah.
So that's more Hendo action. Yeah.
Oh, that's great news.
more Hendo action, and the kid Jennings is banged up too. So I think they brought some another guy in off the practice squad or something.
Can I preference for Ramondre's sake? I know he'll never see this, but like, I didn't cheer that on because I'm glad he's hurt. I cheered it on because I have Hendo shares and I'm happy that Hendo's going to get opportunity. I'm not happy a human being is hurt. I just want to, the way that sounded really crappy with the way I was like, oh yeah. Like, that's not what I meant. I just wanted to say that.
And Diggs is looking great.
Yep.
Who's
well, I mean, he's on cloud 9, including the 9 women that are pregnant.
What the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, Garrett Wilson, healthy last week. I think he was out there for like maybe a quarter and a half, and got hurt again.
That was there,
huh?
Why don't you ask the person that was there?
Oh, well, you were there, so say something.
Okay, so there was actually a lot of drama about that, and I've been waiting to bring this up. So I was going to surprise you with this. So when it happened, he wasn't getting a lot of targets. He only got 3 targets. We were all like, that's weird. On his 3rd target, he jumped up and tried to do something. And when he ran and he slid like when soccer players slide on their knees in the rain. He did that, dude. And when he did that, he hopped back up and started hobbling. So he did that. I don't know if he's trying to look cool or if he just happened to land on his knees or what happened. But he lands on his knees, slides. He goes to the side, immediately hobbles, and takes his helmet off. And he's like in a lot of pain. And he's like freaking out. Like he's upset, but you can tell it's emotional too. And he just goes right into the blue tent. He's in there for a while. And then he comes out. Everybody's coming up and like trying to cheer him up on the bench. And he's just out of it, dude. He's livid because he just came back from injury and he's already hurt again. So like, yeah, dude, it's because of like some weird soccer slide. I don't know if they even showed it on TV.
That's crazy. So anyways, he's out 3 to 4 weeks. So yeah. they don't have nobody, and they got Justin Fields. So they got
it's gonna be Mason Taylor. And it's not gonna be he's not gonna do well, but it's gonna be Mason Taylor.
And then Patriots aren't that good against tight ends either.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, I don't want people to think he's gonna come out and be like Trey McBride or something. But like of the Jets, he's gonna get the main targets.
I hope so. Got a lot of him going. And on the Patriots side, everybody's pretty much healthy except for those 2. Oh no, Austin Hooper's out too, and Caden Ellis.
Yep.
I think it's Caden Ellis.
Yeah. And before I forget, the last thing I will say about the game is everything you guys thought you saw, everything you thought you felt, everything your eyes have trained yourself to believe about Dillon Gabriel, it is so much worse in person. I swear to God, guys, it was embarrassingly bad. Now, Dillon Gabriel would outplay me 1 billion times to 1. I'm not trying to say he's not more talented than most of the human population. But as far as there are probably 175 to 513 different quarterbacks in the world right now that are better than Dillon Gabriel. I don't know how he's in the NFL. He is so bad, dude. It was his decision making was horrible. He just the way he had a couple good passes, but even like some of the passes, the wide receiver made a crazy catch and made up for his bad throw. So I had to say that. There is something going on where Stefanski has something personal with Shedeur. And I'm not even a Shedeur guy. I'm just saying it wasn't even until this week that they listed him as the backup. That's because they don't have anybody else on the roster. So,
one more thing about this game. No Sauce Gardner, and no Quincy Williams on the line.
No,
Quentin. They're both,
Well, no, Quentin, it makes a difference because
I know
the other brother is still on the team. He made plays when I was there the other day. He made plays still, dude. He made some really good plays, actually.
So that defense, I don't know. I don't believe in that defense against one of the better offenses in the NFL right now.
I'm pretty confident in the Patriots defense if you're playing in a league with defenses. Because I saw Justin Fields make horrible decisions. It was cool that the Jets won for Mangold and everything. But at the same time,
that's not going to carry over. You know,
it's not going to carry over. And like people have to remember 2 of the touchdowns. It was a couple field goals and then like 1 or 2 touchdowns, but it was mostly just the fact that we had 2 special teams touchdowns. There was a kick return touchdown and a punt return touchdown. If it wasn't for that, they probably wouldn't have won. So take that with a grain of salt. Justin Fields made bad decisions the other day. I watched him throw a pick directly to somebody where it just looked like he was just lobbing a ball to him. Where it was like, oh, hey, here you go. You're my friend, right?
Yeah, that's no good.
So I'm pretty excited about
he is not having a good season.
No, and like even the games that he did well in fantasy, people want to be like, yeah, but other than that one game against was it Pittsburgh? Other than that one game where he did well but they lost, they had like he's had mediocre. 1 or 2 good games the entire season. It's been crap, but he runs a lot. So in fantasy, people are like, "Oh hell yeah, dude! I'm getting 20-something to 30-something points." But it's like,
no, you're not, because he's gonna throw like 3 picks, a fumble, and
yeah. And look at even like Tebow, like. People can like score a lot in fantasy for rushing, but if you're not winning games and you're not actually helping the team in real life, they don't give a crap about fantasy. So like, yeah, cool. You run a lot. The fantasy football players like you, like, but we don't like you. Like you're not winning us games. Like, hell,
win them games. That's what we brought you in here for, is to win games. So you're not doing it. So
exactly.
Exactly.
So
I expect the Patriots beat down of the Jets.
Well, Drake May is he's definitely the real deal.
MVP.
No, not even close.
MVP.
The MVP is Jonathan Taylor. It won't go to him because the league is corrupt. No, hold on. Let me finish. It won't go to him because the league is corrupt, but it should go to Jonathan Taylor. My buddy, listen to this. My buddy Phil, we were on the way down there, right? And when you get into Jersey, there's certain bets you can make in Jersey that you can't make in New York. For whatever reason, there's just certain prop bets like Heisman winner and like what is it? Heisman winner, MVP, and a couple other ones for whatever reason aren't available in New York. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And he put a parlay in for the guy who's like the overwhelming favorite to be Heisman, and then Jonathan Taylor as MVP because it was plus 5,000. Then after this game happened, he's like plus 500 now. So like he literally like a couple of, like probably an hour, maybe less than an hour before he became, 100 times more likely. Yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
It's just a good bet because even if it doesn't pan out, it doesn't pan out. But it's the same buddy I told you. It's the same buddy I told you that bet on at the beginning of the year. He put I think they were both $50. Two $50 bets in out of any 2 baseball teams. He put it was the year that it was the Yankees and the Dodgers. He put one for the Dodgers winning against the Yankees, and one with the Yankees winning against the Dodgers. And when it came to that, no matter what, he won money, and he was just like sitting back all happy. But like obviously the chances of that happening are very low, but like he predicted that and it happened at the beginning of the season. And he hit a touchdown parlay while we were there. He won like 700. It was crazy. I didn't bet anything.
No, I don't bet shit.
The only thing I bet on is cheesesteak at the stadium. It was just like all cheesesteak, mid. Yes, I said it, guys. Cheesesteak is pretty mid. I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. It tastes decent and good. And like it's chopped up steak and, you got some whatever, But the facts are like, come on. It's not as good as you guys are pretending it is. And like the fact that people are like, you got to go to Geno's or Pat's. Oh, you don't go to one of those ones. You go to this one on the side. Dude, I dated a girl in Philly. I went there 3 times. They all just taste like cheesesteak, bro. They all taste like cheesesteak. They all taste the same. They're all cheesesteak. And then people from Boston are like, we do steak and cheese. Well, they stole it from us. Dude, it's all the same. You're just chopping up, you're all chopping up steak. You're putting cheese on it. You're putting it on a roll and you're being like, yo, look at this. Dude, it's not that special. It's not that special. It's okay. It's okay. It's not that good. So I went there and I got that. It was like New York's famous cheesesteak. And it was like, but I go there, there's a bunch of guineas there, which I can say because I'm Italian. But a bunch of guineas are there, and he's like, what you want? He's like, hey, and I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, you are the stereotypical Italian guy. Like, I'm upstate New York Italian, so I'm just normal. I just act normal. My grandpa and me used to joke around about how goofy the whole Guido culture is, and like trying to be like the Jersey Shore kind of guys. And it's like, what are you doing, dude? You're making Italians look dumb. But that's my rant about how Philly cheesesteaks all taste the same. New York cheesesteak, Philly cheesesteak, steak and cheese from Boston, you all taste the same. There's nothing special about it. If we do it when we do Snake My Draft finally, which by the way, guys, officially I have 2 more days of work and then I'm off for the season, and I'm going to be heavily investing my time into all the content. We're going to be getting a new background for this, everything. I'm investing so much time. I'm just going to be home with my pups. That's all I'm going to be doing. Well, that in the gym.
Good. Get in the gym. Do that.
Yes.
Fully support that.
Hell yeah. So yeah, for Snake My Draft, we'll do most overrated foods, and I'll lose the draft just based on picking Philly cheesesteak. People are gonna be mad at me and they won't vote for my side. But I'm gonna stick true to myself.
Oh man, I'm gonna have like probably 2 when I'm there this weekend. So
that's why I'm ranting, because you're going to Philly. So that's why I'm joking around about it, because it's like I know you're about to go there and you're gonna have some, and I want you to be honest and be like, was this bad? I mean, it's good. I'm not saying they're not good.
I'll be honest about it.
But you don't
understand. But that's like one of my favorite things to eat.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I had that today, actually.
My whole rant isn't that hold on, hear me out. My rant isn't that it's bad. My rant is that they all taste the same.
I'm not even gonna do. I don't think I want to do Geno's or Pat's. I want to do the one on the side.
Listen, I'm just saying they all taste the same. I'm not saying they're not good. I eat Philly cheesesteaks. I got one at the stadium. I'm just simply saying they pretty much all taste the same. You might find one that puts a little bit more garlic in it. You might find one that puts a tiny bit more salt in it. They're the same. It's all the same. They chop up meat on the top of a grill. They, you know what I mean? They haven't cleaned that grill in a while. They just chop it all up. Sorry, pups. And yeah, I just. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I'm ringing you up, buddy. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, they're getting big.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Listen, they're good. I'm not saying they're not good. For people, don't watch this episode and then crucify me, because you're gonna tell me that I hate cheesesteaks. No, I eat cheesesteaks. They're good. I'm just saying, I've never eaten a cheesesteak and gone, oh my God, this is the most delicious cheesesteak I've ever had. This is so much better than every single one I've ever had. No, I've had bad ones, but a good one is a good one. That's what I'm trying to say.
Northeast Chinese food is top tier.
100%. 100%. I will die on that hill. When you are fighting that battle and you're like telling people like, oh, it's the best, blah, blah. When something happens and all of a sudden something just comes over your shoulder and it knocks the enemy down, it's me. I'm on that hill too. I'm like, it is better. Boot him down the hill.
Straight up. I had some in California and I thought it would be good, and it was not.
Yeah, even
they did have a killer sushi roll though, and it had like fried potato. I know, but I mean it had fried potato on it. When I went to California, that was like chef's kiss, dude. That was amazing.
No, and I get that, but again, like that's like going to a Chinese place and getting French fries or pizza or something. It's like that's not actually Chinese food. So Yeah, I can't think of any other place that has better. No, the best Chinese food definitely comes from Northeast. It's not even
Northeast for
close.
sure. Northeast
Not
for
even
sure.
close. Oh, that's another good one. That's another good draft to have. Foods by region. So, like, obviously, like Northeast for Chinese, or you could draft like
Dude,
Northeast for pizza, because people try
I'm
to say
getting so ripped right now. So ripped about this Philly cheesesteak talk, dude. I got 11 messages. I got 11 messages about this Philly cheesesteak talk right now.
Yeah, well, dude, I'm telling you right now, Philly cheesesteak is goddamn just all the same.
No, the person thinks they're disgusting, and I should not eat them.
I mean, they're not 100% wrong. It is pretty much garbage meat, but it's good.
That was actually a quote. Garbage.
Do you eat it with the cheese whiz on it?
No, I wouldn't get it with the whiz on.
Why?
Because it's cheese whiz, dude. It's disgusting.
If you're gonna eat trash, you might as well eat trash the way it's supposed to be made.
I'll get like provolone or something.
Oh, you're supposed to get both.
I'm not doing both.
No, I do provolone.
Not doing both, dude.
Oh, not at the stadium though. The stadium they didn't have They just had cheese whiz or no cheese, and I was like, well, I guess I'm eating cheese whiz then, because my stuff has to have cheese, even if it's fake cheese. Yeah, dude. I think it's pretty funny. The Jets won. There was this guy at the stadium, and in the back, he was number 69 on his jersey, and on the back it said Wolfman. And he is like balding in the front right here, but then like on the sides he had like had like the horseshoe hair, but it was like just long enough where it wasn't spiked high, but it was just up enough where he looked like an old fat Wolverine. And every single time it was third down, he would hop up and do this and like hold his like try to get and he'd be like, get up. So like I was really into it. So every time he would pop up, I'd stand up and I'd always like point at him where I'd like go like this, and like he'd turn around and I'd be like, and then he'd be like, wah! I'd be I was totally being sarcastic and like satirical, but I'm like, when people wouldn't stand up and he was getting all emotional, I was like, guys, if we don't get up, they don't get our energy. If they don't get our energy, we're not going to win. And then like, he really started saying stuff like that. He was being serious. I was totally kidding, but he was like, they need us. Dude, it was awesome.
Jesus.
Yep. And then there was this one dude who like kept doing the shark. So he kept like dancing like this, where you go like this, and he like kept humping the air while doing this above his head. And then he wanted to take a picture of himself doing it down as far as you could walk down. So he walked all the way down and then got a video of him doing it. Or I meant to say a video of him doing it. And then on his way back up, he was like all happy and definitely drunk. And he's like walking up, and he's the guy who sat next to us, and he's like all happy. And then this one guy tells him to sit down and like, or said something about his dance sucking. And he literally just goes, he just like points at him and tells them that they're not going to talk. He's like, you will not talk. But he had like a Spanish accent. And then all of a sudden the guy just like stopped talking and didn't say anything. And then he just like started smiling and dancing and running back up the thing. It was like, bro, you just went from being so happy to being like in a rage to back to being happy again. He was awesome. I don't know why I always attract those people when I go out to public events, like sporting events.
So yeah, back to fantasy and not Philly cheesesteaks, which was a decent conversation.
Listen, that was good. That was what, guys, that was a
maybe
preview
not someone's favorite
of Snake My Draft. What's up?
Yeah, that was so back to fantasy. That was a preview of Snake My Draft. Yeah, we could probably get into some good arguments doing that. Some real good ones.
Yeah.
But no, this Thursday night game, I really feel like there's going to be a lot of fantasy gold. Because Patriots do struggle with the run.
What?
Brees Hall.
Yeah, I guess he could have a good game. I thought you meant like there was going to be like wide receivers and stuff. I was like, I'm worried that the Patriots would get up.
Drake May. Yeah, it's going to be Drake May scoring points like he does every week, except
Best
for like
case
one.
scenario, if you're the Henderson owner, is that they get up early and then they just want to run the clock, and Henderson just gets a lot of play.
Well, like it could be a big Demario Douglas game this week.
Who's that?
What?
Who's that?
Demario Douglas,
Who's that?
number 3,
Who's that?
New England Patriots.
Who's
The
that?
wide receiver. I don't know.
Who's that?
You might not know him, but he could be.
Who's
He
that?
might be in somebody's starting lineup.
Who's that?
I quit.
I can't believe you didn't say Pop. Come on, man. I was trying to give you the opportunity to say Pop the whole time, dude. It's Pop Douglas, baby. This podcast we call him Pop Douglas, baby. Of course I know who Pop Douglas is. I'm just joking around. I just didn't want to call him Demario. I like calling him Pop more.
Demario Pop Douglas. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a good game because
We talking about P Doug?
second corner
We talking about
for the
we talking about
Jets
P Doug?
was the third corner for the Jets. So let's go. Wheels up, Pop Douglas.
Yeah, dude. That was so funny. You were like, you really don't know who he is? I'm like,
No, I know. I was just like, I quit. Like you trying to get something over, and I'm not getting it.
Yeah, Pop.
So I quit. Pop.
Uh-huh.
So Brees Hall, big game. I think they don't have anything else.
I think he'll have a solid floor with a chance of a big game. I do think there's a world where the Patriots contain him because he's the only one in the offense. Does that make sense?
They're missing one of their starting linebackers too. Patriots.
Oh, for sure.
So,
well, that's why I said he would have a good game no matter what. I'm just saying he might not have like a crazy big game.
No, maybe not. It depends. Like the Patriots defense starts off terrible, like they have been. I don't know. I don't know how this game's gonna go. But I feel like it's a Patriots win.
Good too.
Gonna get a Patriots win for sure.
Oh yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, honestly, if you guys lose to the Jets, then the NFL is scripted, and Nick Mangold passing away is getting the Jets wins. You know what I mean? Like, which I don't think that, by the way, guys. I don't want to go freaking viral like I'm a monster saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm being sarcastic. I'm just saying like there's no way that the Jets are gonna beat the Patriots, dude. I mean, if I was a Patriots fan and the Jets beat me, I'd probably honestly just like never watch football ever again. But also like I'd feel like a ton of pressure. And like, especially if I had to come on a podcast and talk about it, dude, I'd feel so much pressure. Right. But anyways,
Miami beat the Bills.
I know. I'm just being sarcastic because
anything.
No, I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding. I know how rivalry works. In division's weird, man. In division's weird because there's years that the Giants are absolute ass and they somehow beat people in their division that actually go on to go to the playoffs. Like people forget that there's years that they beat Philly or the Cowboys when they went to the playoffs. And then the Giants get one win. Just like, oh, cool.
Well, I know what I'll be doing all morning. I'll be setting lineups all morning in the car.
If I was in a survivor pool, which I'm not anymore because I got eliminated from all of them.
Really?
Yeah. The other, you know what sucks? I made the one late, and then all of a sudden I forgot to pick it any, and there was only one game left, and it was the Cowboys Cardinals. So I picked the Cowboys, and then they lost. But it only happened because I forgot to pick. I would have picked out of that game. So it is what it is. So then I just gave up, and I was like, I'm not going to force this. I keep making new survivors and new guillotines and new whatever, and it's like, I'm just going to play what I'm playing. The season's already halfway over. So.
And it's only getting worse with these injuries too. It's like Jesus.
And that's the thing.
Can this
stop?
That's
the thing. I'm drafting these late guillotines, and all of a sudden, like half my team gets hurt that week, and I'm like,
dude, every league I'm in, my IR is full.
Yeah,
every league. There is not a league where I have like 2 guys on my IR. They're packed.
And then you have to decide if you want to drop guys or if you just want to have a wasted roster spot burning a hole.
Yeah, and I got guys filled, and then I got guys still hurt on my team. Luckily, we got deep benches. I can waste a spot. You know?
Yeah. Do you still have spots in your IR that you're like wasting on guys that like might come back this season?
I did up until like a few minutes ago. I had Jaden Daniels I dropped.
So for mine, the one I have
In a
in
money
tons
league.
of leagues, Brandon Ayuk and Joe Mixon. Because Joe Mixon, I had a handful of leagues where nobody even thought about touching him. So I got him in like the deep double digit rounds, like round 12, round 13,
Yeah.
14, 15, where nobody even wanted to consider grabbing him because it was around the time when we finally got word that he might not be back for a good chunk, if even the whole season. So then I started grabbing him because it was so late. It was like, what am I going to do? I'm going to take a chance on Joe Mixon, or I'm going to grab like
Taj Brooks.
Tim Patrick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like people who are like, hey, this guy might do okay, and then also you end up just dropping him anyways. So my whole strategy was like, oh, I'll just pick him up, immediately put him on the IR. But now there's so many injuries that I'm just like at the point where I have to really decide, like, dude, I'm gonna be so mad if I wait, and all of a sudden at the end of the season, friggin' Joe Mixon comes back to play, and I could have used him for like 3 games, and he like pops off and goes 20 points a game or some crap.
Yeah, but I mean, you think about it, like season's like over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's done.
Oh, 100%.
If you're not playing by now, you're not going to help anybody. That's how I look at it.
Theoretically, it happens sometimes, but yeah,
because it still takes these guys weeks to get back to form because they haven't been playing in games.
I was more talking like, say within a week or two, we randomly get a Joe Mixon, he's ramping up. Then all of a sudden, a couple weeks later, he comes back in, like you said. What are we, week 11 right now?
Yeah.
So like, say he comes back to practicing week 12 and he comes back to playing week 14, but he sits on your bench, and then all of a sudden he goes off, and then you could use him for the playoffs. That's the only scenario.
If you're in the playoff.
Yes.
That's what I mean.
It all depends.
Right now is like it's some leagues it's really close. Like I got what is it? One Piece, I think. There's like 7 people with 5-5 record.
Oh, I don't
7 people.
That.
7 people with a 5-5 record. 3 playoff teams and like 4 non-playoff teams.
And then me?
No, because there's another one that's better not better than you, but under you, I think. Let me bring it up.
Is it the one team that beat me?
Didn't I beat you? Not that one.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you?
I might not be that one. Piff cat.
Yeah, because I think I only have 1 loss. I might have 2, but I think I only have 1 loss in that one. I just did extremely well in that one. I got lucky.
There it is.
I got the 101, picked Josh Allen, and then nobody wanted Dak. So I got him like way later than I should have gotten him in a super flex. And I'm pretty sure, did I get Dart in that one, or I don't remember?
Yeah, so you're 9-1. Wade is 6-4. Steele is 6-4. I'm in 4th, 5-5. Smirk you 5-5. Grizz 5-5. D49ers 5-5. Yancey 5-5. And then 4-6, 4-6, 4-6. So this is going to be a wild race for the playoffs, dude. Wild, because you're the only one that's locked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw that. I could lose my seed, but no matter what, I'm making the playoffs, even if I lose out.
And I got third most points, and I got the most points scored against me, and that's why I'm 5-5. Trash. It's Luffy, bitch.
Don Flamingo. That's how he sounds. I don't even watch One Piece. I just know that guy's like really funny. I know there's this one really funny Japanese guy who wears the glasses that he wears and does his impression. And like he'll with this one video, he's like, no, and there's like an arm pouring him and he's going like this, and he's got his arm like this. So he's like, no, and then over here there's like an arm right here pouring it, and then all of a sudden the camera pans out and it's really his arms just in a weird position pouring himself the drink, and then it goes back to him and he's got like the weird pink sunglasses and he's going and he starts drinking the wine. Dude, that's exactly what I'm gonna do when I win the championship. Oh, I have AJ Brown in that league too. That's the funniest part. But you know why this is why. First of all, you fools let me get Jackson Dart. I don't know how that happened. I got him at 201. And it's a startup. And you guys let me get Egbuka at 112. You fools. I don't think you were even near me. You probably wouldn't let me get that.
I don't know. I might have picked early.
You grabbed couple picks before me. You picked Tyler Warren, though. That was a great pick.
Yeah, it was.
Now, the two people before me are probably kicking themselves. It is a super flex league, boys. Super flex league, Niners and Smirk and you guys picked RJ Harvey and Caleb Johnson and let Egbuka and Jackson Dart fall to me. Then they picked Golden and Higgins and let Cam Scatterbo fall to you. So those two, in my opinion, they didn't make bad picks, but they made picks that definitely have not panned out the way they were supposed to. Harvey's had flashes. Caleb Johnson's been a complete bust, which I'm going to say, Smirk, you don't feel bad because I have a ton of Caleb Johnson. So many dynasty leagues when I had a mid to late first and I need to run him back, I thought, oh, he's obviously going to be a good pick. And he wasn't.
I didn't take as much as I thought I was going to take of him. When it came down to it, it was either like Warren or Egbuka when it hit me there. I was taking Harvey if he was there.
I took a lot of Egbuka, a lot of Warren as well. I'm not going to lie. There's a couple times I took Scatterbo a tiny bit earlier than everybody else was taking him. And then once he started popping off, I felt justified. I definitely felt vindicated.
And then he freaking goes and gets himself hurt.
I know. Well, no, that was a weird thing, though. He the guy landed on him weird. And that being said, we'll wrap this down, slow this down for the last minute. Like, share, subscribe. We've been saying it over and over and over again, but I'm about to be off from work, and I will put a lot more effort into the social media. We will be getting the Discord going where we're regularly talking on the Discord, and we'll make our presence known more on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Degeneration
X.
Absolutely.
But little Des Bryant.
Des definitely caught that ball. And Jesse James also should have caught that ball. Those are the two I can think of. Jesse James, a Steeler. But other than that, guys, we'll be back. Obviously, last week we just weren't able to schedule it. That's on me. I wasn't spur of the moment, but it was, wasn't as much notice. And I ended up going to a Jets game, so we didn't get a pot out. And this week I will definitely be home. So we'll definitely get.
I'll be here. I'll be back from Philly. So.
Oh yeah.
Story time from Philly.
Oh, I cannot wait to find out about the Philly cheesesteaks and how they are exactly the same everywhere. I swear, if you try to hype it up and you try to come back and be like, it was the best Philly cheesesteak that I've ever had. It was the best sandwich that I've ever had. No. I don't want to hear it.
No, dude, no.
I want your honest opinion though, because if you really do feel like that, then that's fine. Just let me know.
All right.
But until then, keep playing Dynasty, baby.
Keep playing Dynasty. Good luck
All
this
Philly
week.